Okay, good afternoon everyone. This is Jason with Oregon Beekeeping again. This is one of my big overwinter colonies, and I'm just going to talk briefly about my colony management. So you can't really see because of the overgrowth here, but I've only got one brood chamber on the bottom, and I've got 4 boxes with honey in them. The idea that you have to have 2 brood boxes to produce honey is absolutely not true. Matter of fact, almost all of the commercial beekeepers in Canada run single brood chambers, and they get 4 to 6 boxes of honey on their colonies every year. So depending on what you're trying to do, single brood management is great for many reasons. First off, it's plenty of room for the queen to lay, but then as those workers graduate, there's less brood to take care of because there's not 2 boxes of brood, and they go forage and they make honey instead. This colony, I've taken out 4 frames of brood to equalize, and I took 2 splits out of it for nukes already this year, since February, and it's May 25th, I believe. So I'm here today to actually pull honey off this. Our major nectar flow for the blackberries is getting ready to start, so this is all spring honey in here. I'm just going to go into this deep right here on top, pull out all the capped honey, and reinsert any frames that I take out. And I'm going to check these westerns on the bottom and see what they're looking like, and probably going to have to give them another super. So this has got a freshly mated queen, requeened 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to check her laying pattern, and we'll check it out. So stay with me. Okay, so now we're down in the brood chamber here, which I'm going to pop this off. We're going to check out, see how the queen's doing. The 3 mediums, one of them's just about full of honey. The top one's about full of honey, and the other 2 mediums are still working on. So, yeah, they're doing good. This colony probably going to produce 5 to 6 boxes of honey this year. Probably 3 boxes of spring honey and 3 to 4 boxes of summer honey. So, people that say that single brood chambers don't work are clearly mistaken. So let's check out and see how this queen's doing. Okay, you got that size packed with brood, this size packed with brood, pollen on the top like it's supposed to be. That's one frame of brood. This one they just drew out, it looks like, and it's packed with some eggs in here. This is packed with eggs here. So I've still not seen this queen since they requeened last time. But they got right on drawing these frames out, which is great, because I gave them some new frames. That's all eggs and larvae, or just eggs actually I should say. I'm drawing this one out too, looks like, really well. No eggs yet. But they are working for sure and drawing it out, which is great. So she has a whole frame right here to lay. That's good. Oh yeah. Bunch of brood packed in here. They're not really drawing this frame out real well, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Just gonna pull that chunk off because it's not growing right. That's all packed out with brood real well. There's about 3 frames of brood. That's solid with brood pretty much. Yeah, look at that. Solid brood. No queen yet. And solid brood again. So this is why I do my splits in the middle of the spring flow, because you get a really well mated queen, you get a lot of spring honey, and this is nice and red colored. All this brood right here is about ready to hatch out, and as soon as this hatches out, all these other bees will become field force, and it'll be about the same time that blackberry is going to be going. Get tons and tons of honey. That's almost 5 frames of brood now we've got. And she's still got a frame and a half over here she hasn't even laid yet. These yellow ones, they just drew out. She hasn't even touched those yet. Oh yeah. And again, solid frame of brood. There she is right there. Man, she's huge. Huge queen. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see that, but she is huge. I gotta get this on camera. Where'd she go? Ah, you missed her. She's giant. Where did she go? That's the biggest queen I've ever seen. That's no joke. How do you miss her? She's ginormous. There she is. She's hiding from the light. You can see her right here. Right there. She's right there. That is a huge, huge queen. Not as dark as her mom, but that's fine. She is not hard to find. That is great. She's working these frames really, really well. So I'll leave her in there like that. I'm going to check this frame right here. There doesn't seem to be much being built on it right now. Find out what's going on here. Oh, they're pulling comb. Yep, they're doing it. Cool. So awesome. Huge queen. That's a giant queen. That's like probably one of my biggest queens. And she's got 4 or 5 frames of brood in here, which is awesome. As soon as that stuff starts hatching, it's going to be go time for the blackberries for sure. So gently move everything back together. Awesome. Yeah, it's interesting. The queen that was in this was really, really dark, really almost black colored, and this one is more golden, which is interesting. So that's cool. So there it is. They're all back together. Let them do their thing. So this colony is right where I wanted them to be. Did my split in middle of April. She came back mated the middle of May. Gives her 2 to 3 weeks to build up brood for that first hatch of 21 days, which puts us right in line with the blackberry flow. And it's going to be great. This colony should be doing really good come the blackberry flow. So put the excluder back on. We're going to reorient these supers back on here, put the really empty ones toward the bottom, because we want to make sure that they're working that space first. And actually, I'll do something else. I'm going to pull these frames out of this deep first and swap them out. So anyway, the main point of this video is running a single deep chamber for your brood chamber does not inhibit the queen lay, does not inhibit honey production at all. She's got 4 or 5 frames of brood in here, plus a frame and a half still to lay, and more that's going to be hatching out. So if you follow the brood cycles and you do the math on that, it's really simple. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I can tell you what that is. But this colony is going to produce me a ton of honey this year, and I'll probably be splitting this colony again in a few weeks. And same thing, when you split the colony, there's no queen taking care of, no queen laying eggs. There's no brood being taken care of. All those bees become foragers, and they just harvest hard, which makes it great for honey production. So you'll see us do more splits later on, and we'll kind of talk more about that later. But I'm going to go do the rest of my rounds today. So single brood management, great for honey, great for the bees. It works really well. And if you haven't tried it, give it a try. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Jason again with Oregon Beekeeping, and yeah, get ready for the summer flow. It's almost here. See you later.